Welcome to Career Direct Impact Session, but session number one. And I'm saying session number one because we're going to have 4 different sessions. And why this impact session? It's all about our research around Career Direct. And today I want to give you if you are a parent, or it doesn't matter if you are just somebody like a student, somebody like an interest in what is this all about. And I'm saying I want to talk to you about personality and interest and skills and values. I also want to share with you about things like career subjects, because we do still get this question, how do I select subjects at school or even a university? Talk to me about the big 6. Where does that fit in? And what do I need to know about my child's, say, personality and temperament and all these type of things? And is it really possible to understand your own unique design? Key questions. But that's not all. There's still another 2 or 3 questions. I would like you to start looking at your top 2 or 3 or 5 interest areas. And then also, do you have the necessary skills? And are you really interested in your personal development? And I'm always saying as we start this session, just open your minds. And I want, because, as they said, parachutes, they only function when they're open. And I want you to open your mind. So we're going to have a wonderful discussion. Now, so far, I've done 1,330 career assessments. I think I want to repeat this, 1,330 career assessments. So I've learned a couple of things, and I've asked a couple of fundamental questions. And I ask people like, talk to me about career mismatching. Talk to me about what do we see in the workplace? Why do I have so much struggling points? Where does emotional intelligence fit in? And how do we fix these type of things in the real life, or it could be in school? Because I don't want you to be a prisoner. Feeling like, there's nothing that I can do about my career, about my job, about my subjects. No, there is a way out. Now, I'm going to give you a simple illustration. In the workplace, you do find 4 types of, let's call it, people. The one is uncommitted to work, as well as uncommitted to the organization. And I call them just the uncommitted group of people. Then you've got another group, they love their job, not the company. So they are more career orientated. Then you've got a third group of people. They say, listen, I love the company, I just don't like the job. That's why we call them company orientated. And then you've got the last one, as we call it, the ambassadors. They love their job, they love the company. And based on research, that's about 40%. So what are we saying? 60% of people are in the other quadrants. And that's costing organizations a lot of money. So you can understand if you're flying from Cape Town to New York and you don't have a GPS or alignment, I know what's going to happen. You're going to miss it. Because life is about choices. Are you going to go left or right to go, stand still? So in terms of today's discussion, you talk about career interest areas and why that is so important. Because you still do find that some people they just don't connect. They don't fit in. And it's not only about character, it's about competency, it's also about your credibility, it's about your conduct, it's about your chemistry that's going to give you your consistency. So it's a lot of things that is vital to understand. And I want to say again, please, it's time to check, to go for alignment. And I want to say, take your career, your career motor card, if I can use that word, for a checkup, because you can still do a U-turn if there's something missing. Because career is not about just being successful. There's also phases like what I call a surrender and significance. So are you still sitting in the right place and position? Now, I'm always using, when I do career assessments, I'm looking at 7 different levels. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I love today to start on your personally where you are, as well as looking at occupational excellence. Later on, we can discuss the rest, but I just want to focus on those 2 because I want to make a career direct impact discussion with you as we move on. So you need to know who you are, you need to know why you exist, and you need to know where you're going, and you will keep me hearing those words, saying it over and over and again. So let me go back to the basics. Are you making a difference in the workplace? Do you have the right subjects? And then very important, what about taking ownership? This is not something you leave to somebody else and say, oh, please help me. No, you need to take ownership. And one of the key things that you can do is bring in your emotional intelligence, the way you're solving problems. What do you see? Can you do it? Can you apply it so that you can be the best doing, or the person sitting in that specific career? Key questions always. So I'm asking myself, and I want today to ask you those questions. What is complicating your career life right now? What are your dreams? What are your fears? And complete a personal scorecard for you so that we can help you in your career directed, your future, and understanding these type of things. So, and I want to repeat a very important word. Listen to this. The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we stand as to what direction we are moving. So I want to ask you, your direction, is it clear? What do you see? And what I want to do, I want to share with you something that I've done recently. I've trained 16 gap year students. And I want to quote here, because there was a specific individual, Daniel Fisher. I asked him, talk to me about your experience. Listen to his words. Say, during part of a gap year program, I has placed my focus on the question, what am I going to do in my life? Or rather, what is God's plan for my life? This leads a person to think, what is the job that fits me best? What are my goals? These are all questions that I ponder every day. Career Direct has answered all of those questions for myself as well as my peers in the gap year. And I really, really enjoy it. When I listen to him and I suddenly realize we are making the difference. We can help people. Very important. So I know Career Direct is going to open doors for you. So what I'm saying is, a lot of people, when they look at choosing subjects, they like to go for the favorite subjects. Or sometimes when, as somebody said to me, and listen to this person, most children choose their subjects according to the ones that are the easiest, or they take the subject that their friends are taking so that they don't feel alone. Is that true, Mario? Yes. In my school, most children already know what they want to do, the direction they want to do, but this is the way they're making these final subjects and choices. We've got some work to do. So what I'm saying at the end of this first session, tell me, what are you hearing? What do you think about this session so far? Because in the next session, I'm going to go a little bit deeper and explaining to you the Career Direct impact components, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So let's keep on listening to our next session.